everyone, welcome to my channel. If it's your first time joining, welcome. If you're coming from a previous video on my channel or you are a previous subscriber, welcome back. In today's video, I will be going over just a few things to update you. I am still working on the Calico Cats quilt in the background, and I have decided that I am going to use a pink fabric for my binding when I get to that part. I did make a template of the quilting design that I'm using, and I should have done this when I first started, and it totally slipped my mind. If you've watched the previous video, you'll know that this has been a really big learning experience for me, and I totally spaced making a template to line up my designs correctly and to space them. And so I have since did that, and you can see that the stitching on here is not very good, but that's okay because it's just a template, and it recommends that you do a template if you can't print one out, to do a stitch out template of the size that you're going to need. And I've just did it on a piece of stabilizer, cutaway stabilizer, and I kind of paused there for a minute. Luna, I don't know if you guys picked that up in the background, she was just growling at something outside and kind of freaked me out a little bit to hear my cat growl. So okay, so that is the update on the quilt. I'm going to be working on this in the background, and for those of you that have seen the previous video, you will know that I've been using a, let me grab it, that I have been using a magnetic hoop, and I explain everything about the hoop in that video. So got a hair stuck on there. Definitely check out that video because it has been a learning curve for me. It's not as easy as you think it would be. I watched a lot of videos on how to use them from other YouTubers, and I guess they've been around for several years. I've seen videos as far back as 4 or 5 years, but I have the upgraded hoop since they first came out with them. They used to have the magnets where you could actually see them on the back, but mine is the new upgraded version where all the magnets are encased inside the plastic. So there's that. And what I have done is, let me set my quilt aside, and actually that we'll go ahead and leave it here so that way you guys can see what I'm kind of talking about. Okay, so what I did is, on some of those videos I saw people using the hoop guard, and I believe it was actually one of the Dime. You can see there that it's Dime, and that's who makes these hoops. And this is a hoop guard, and what it does is that when you have the quilt or whatever you are working on, whatever you're embroidering, what this little guard does, I will show you, is you can kind of see the picture there. Sorry, my lighting is not very good. It's a really nasty day and really overcast. But you put the guard in the hoop like this, and you click it right in. And what that does is it gives you a barrier for your fabric so it doesn't fall into your embroidery while you're working, get up underneath the needle. So that is that. And this is made of stainless steel, so it does stick and clicks right onto the hoop. So you can put it wherever you need to put it. I'm probably going to have it right in the center area. But I purchased this. Dime website does have them, and I believe the price on Dime website was I want to say right around $25.99 or $24.99. I did not pay that price for it. I went to look on Amazon, and sure enough, they had them on Amazon. Personally, I think that I just don't know. I just don't know what I think about it yet, because when I took it out of the box, they're advertising. If you go to their website, if you go to Dime website, which is Designs in Machine Embroidery, and you go to their website and you check it out and the pictures and everything, they make it look like this is a much bigger item. And you can see here on the box that the edges are supposed to be kind of like dog-eared a little bit. And you can see that mine aren't. It's just straight on. You can see that it's just straight on. And I was really underwhelmed when I took it out of the little box here. I'm thinking, I paid $19.99 for mine on Amazon. I thought that was a good deal. But then when I took it out of the box, I was thinking, is that it? That's it? I paid 20 bucks for this little piece of metal. I was expecting it to be taller. Because, I mean, when you look at it, and when you look at their advertising, it really looks that it's larger. This is the 2013 Designs in Machine Embroidery, patent pending. So this, I guess it's trademarked. I just really wish it was a little bit larger. That's all I say. Maybe if I bought it from their actual website, I would have gotten a different one. Maybe this is just the one that's marketed for sale on YouTube. If anybody has these, can you tell me if this is like the same that you got? Since I have purchased this on Amazon, I went and read more of the reviews, and some people said that their sticker was on upside down, and of course their corners weren't dog-eared like mine. And so, I mean, my opinion of this may change when I use it more. So please don't just go by my opinion of it. You may really love it. I may love it too once I use it. I have not used it yet. I just got it in the mail Thursday. So I have not been able to get to using it yet. So what I also did is I've purchased a few other things, and I want to talk about those. I'll be working on a few of these other things on my channel, on my YouTube. I bought a big container. Well, it's not really big, but I bought a container of the Wonder Clips, and I'll show you what these look like. Let me find a colored one so you can see. And you can see the little clips. And a piece of fabric here so we can see. Okay, so these are for when you're doing your sewing and you're matching your pieces up. You can put them on to clip them instead of using straight pins. And if you're familiar with sewing and quilting, you will know that a lot of people use these. There are several different sizes that they come in. I believe these are the small ones. I don't believe they're the mini. I have seen some that are minis, but they're really hard to find. And I think these are the perfect size. One side is flat, and that's for when you have it being fed up into your machine. It sits flat on the machine, so when you get almost to the needle, you can remove your pin easily, or your clip. And here comes Luna. What are you doing, little girl? Are you going to come say hello to everybody? Huh? You going to come say hello? Okay, I think she wants to get down. I have a little spot for her right up here on my desk, and it's just her little spot. I'm going to pause the video just a moment, and I'm going to let her out of my room. So give me just a moment. Okay, so I let her out of the room, and go ahead and go back to talking about our little clips here. I got this set on Amazon. There are 100 of the clips in here, and you can see that There's some clear ones, green ones, purple ones, pink ones, orange ones, red ones. So mine was a set of 100, and I paid, it was under $7 for them. I will put the actual price down in the description box so you guys can all go look at that. And I did like that it actually came in a hard little plastic bin, plastic tub, I guess, and it actually has a screw lid. I was super surprised that it came not broken, because it was in just a padded envelope, the way Amazon shipped it, and I had purchased it with when I purchased the hoop guard, and $6.49, $6.39, something like that for 100 of them. And if you've ever researched the actual clips, you will know that I believe they're made by Dritz, D-R-I-T-Z. They are very expensive, almost outrageously expensive, and I was not paying that price for little clips. They are very strong. The clips are really nice and strong and sturdy. And I was expecting that the actual clip, they're actually really tight, nice and strong. And so I was thinking that they'd be a little bit weak because they were a cheaper price, but I'm very impressed with these. I did leave a review on my Amazon already about these, and that is the name of them. Otsilso. I can't even read it. So that's those. So then what I purchased, I got some Hera bone folders, and that's what these are, or Hera bone markers. And mine aren't actually bone. These are just plastic. And they came in a set of 8, so you get 4 of them like this. And these are for if you want to mark. You can actually mark lines on fabric. If you do not want to, you can just do you can see that crease line right down the center there. And I'll do another one here. So you just put a little bit of pressure on it and you can crease your line. So I was really impressed that the set came with 8. So there's 4 of this one, and there are 4 of the bone folders. And you can also use these for when you're making items to, when you have to turn them right side back out and push the corners out. So you can use these for that because they're not sharp. And so it's got a nice rounded corner. And what I actually bought mine for was for when I do my embroidered greeting cards and I have to fold the cardstock so I can crease it nicely. And I wasn't getting a really good crease when I was doing the cards, so I purchased this set. I've had these for a couple weeks already, and I have used them already on a birthday card I made for my sister-in-law. And I was really impressed with the way the creases turned out. They were really nice, sharp creases, and I didn't leave marks on the card. So there's those. Then what I did is I'm really interested in working on some English paper piecing. And if you're familiar with that, it's basically hexagons. And you hand sew those hexagons together. So I have a few of them made here, and you hand stitch them together. But the template that I used, I was not getting very good results. And I had cut, let me show you, I had cut a whole bunch of hexagons, not texagons, hexagons myself. And they weren't all uniform shape, and they weren't all the same size. So these are actually fine if I use them on another project. But if I wanted to do a project where I'm mixing the shapes And I want to include some triangles, some half hexagons, things like that. These would not have matched up with those because the measurements weren't accurate to what those were. I had printed a template offline, and these are fine. They are fine if the only shape you're going to use are hexagon. They matched up fine. But they did not match up with additional shapes. So what I did is I knew that these were 1-inch hexagons. So what I first did is I purchased this item. This is a hole hexagon punch, and it gives you really nice uniform hexagons. So when you start with one, the next one's going to be the exact same shape. And that is that. So these are my hexagon paper shapes. And these are for when you're doing your English paper piecing, you put your fabric down and you're going to fold them down, and either you're going to glue baste them or you're going to sew baste them, and then you will sew your hexagons together. Like I have not sewn any of these ones together yet, but you can sew your pieces together by hand and they're all uniform. So I knew what I wanted to do is that I wanted to make a hexagon quilt or an English paper pieced quilt with the multiple shapes. And there are, oh my gosh, let me tell you, when you Google English paper piecing or EPP, you are going to see a lot of hexagons, but then you're going to see additional shapes like diamonds. And let me show you here the diamonds. The diamonds look like this. And what I did is I decided to go and purchase a set of actual hexagon, hexagon templates. And I know these are really hard to see. Let me try to, let's see if we can bring this piece of pink fabric here. Maybe you can see those a little bit better. Okay, so this one is actually your 1-inch hexagon. And if you can see the little holes in here, that is for where you would make your marks and you would draw a line from each dot to make a paper template. And so with this set, I got 2 different sizes with this set. So you have a 2-inch hexagon. So it's from this spot to this dot it's 2 inches. Okay. So then it has a 2-inch half hexagon. So you can see that they line up. And then you have a 2-inch diamond. So they will all line up to those also. Okay. Then you have a 2-inch triangle, and those line up just as well also. And then you have your 1-inch. You have your 1-inch triangle. You have your 1-inch half hexagon. And I'm trying to turn these back the right way so they can, you can see the numbers on them. And then you have a 1-inch diamond also. And you can see that those are all going to line up. Okay. And there are many, many different designs that you can make for English paper piecing. And I'm really excited to start it. You will see that you also have a diamond, or some people call it a kite. I think it's a diamond. And there's that. There's traditionally this diamond shape. I think this one is called a jewel. So I'm not quite sure on the terminology of it. But there's this one. You can use, depending on what side of this one you can use, it'll match up to a 2-inch, or they will match up to a 1-inch. Okay? Give me just a moment. Okay, sorry about that. I had to get a drink. Something was irritating my throat. Okay, so I was saying that depending on what side you used, it'll match up to a 2-inch on the side, or they will match up to the 1-inch. And I actually bought this set for all the 1-inch ones. And I will get into a video later on about some English paper piecing if you all are interested in that. What I went and did though is I knew that I was going to be cutting my own shapes for these particular pieces, for the diamond, the half hex, the triangle, and then the jewel. So what I did is I took my template and I went and I just use the cheap plastic placemats that you can get at Walmart or the dollar store, and I just drew my template. I just kind of laid it on there. I then drew my lines on my dots, and that gives me my 1-inch shape. And I just cut that out, and when I want to make my paper templates, I just draw a whole bunch of them out on, this is just cardstock, and I did them on that. So I'm working on cutting out a whole bunch of the cardstock templates, because when you can see on these that when you do English paper piecing, you're going to leave the paper inside until they're stitched. And then when you get them stitched, if a piece of the stitched shape has another shape all the way around it, then you can remove that paper. We'll get into that a little bit later. I'm really excited about English paper piecing because it's going to be something that I can just sit and relax doing. You can take it with you when you are when you're doing your sewing, or if you are basting with thread, you can take it with you and baste with the thread. I did the glue basting because it was just faster for me. So there's that. I purchased this on Amazon as well, and this is called Perfect Patchwork Templates RLG. This is the small hexagons plus, so it's based on 1-inch and 2-inch hexagons. There is 9 pieces for cutting 11 different shapes. And if you look at you can see that there's many different ways to lay the shapes out to get different designs. You can even do fussy cutting. I don't see myself doing that, so I say that now. That may change in the future. But there's that. So that I hope to do in a future video. Something that just to sit and relax. I spend a lot of time in my office sewing room, and sometimes I just get tired of being in here, and it's something that I can go out in the living room and work on while I'm watching TV with my husband. So there's that, and we'll set that one aside. And I was mentioning that I purchased this one also to get the same shape of the hexagon. I believe I paid $19.99 for actually this cutter. I looked all over around, and this is made by Fiskers. It does not have a mark on it now. There it is, Fiskers, right here. But if you go to Hobby Lobby, if you go to Walmart, or if you go to Joann's, they're no longer carrying this. And I don't know if it's just that they're out of stock, but one of the ladies at Joann's told me that it's possible that Fiskers is discontinuing this. So you may not be able to purchase these anymore. I don't know. That's just what she said. I ended up purchasing this from Amazon because it's the only place I could find it. So there's that. 20 bucks, I think. Maybe even $17.99. I shopped around. I looked at several different posts to find But I will go to my Amazon account and I will look to see what my actual price is with this. And maybe I'll be able to share the link. We'll see if I'm able to do that. Okay, then what I did, you'll know that some of you, if you've seen previous videos on my channel, you will know that I was working on the, let me grab a couple. I was working on embroidery keychains, and this is just a little bin. I did a video on this bin, and I made it to hold my keychains when I've made them and before they need to get cut. So I have stitched out a lot of the embroidery keychains, and so I've made a couple of those and cut them out, and I needed some hardware and things for them. So what I did is I've purchased a lot of the keychain. Let me show you these. I've showed these in a previous haul, but these are 200 piece, 25 millimeter. I've got there's some that are 3/4 inch and there's some that are 1 inch. So I bought these ones in a set. These came in a set. And then I bought, these were mini claws, the lobster claws. And let me show you these. So that's what those look like. I'm really sorry the lighting's not the best. So that's what those look like. And they came with these little rings, the little small split ring. And that is that. And these are specifically for small lanyards, for a thinner lanyard. And so that's what those are. And I will be making some small lanyards. Put these back in there. I also have purchased some of the larger clips for lanyards, and I purchased them from another site, and I did a haul on I will be doing a haul on that when I get all those, when I receive all those. So there's that. Then since I do the keychains, I thought I would make some of the key fobs, the fabric key fobs. I don't think I will be making them out of vinyl. I haven't seen, well, I take that back. I have seen some people that they have made them out of vinyl, but my preference is the quilted, the cotton fabric ones. So what I did is I purchased these. These are called Fob Hardware. And when I take this out, you'll understand what I mean. So it has the ring. It comes with the ring on it. And then it's the clamp. And they have little, I don't know if you can see those teeth in there. And what that does is you put your piece in there and you clamp this down and it's going to grip your fabric. And from the videos that I've seen from other people, that the fabric just works better. It's going to stay together better. It's not going to pull out of the clasp. So it's going to be more durable in the long run. And that if you do make them out of vinyl or anything like that, you're going to want to put some glue in there to help it set up inside the clip when it's clamped, that it gives something more stability. I'm not quite sure. But that was one video that I watched that she recommended putting glue in there as well. So, and then I bought these separate. And I really thought that, okay, I do not need the tool for them, because you're just going to be clamping that down and closing it. But then through videos that I watched, a lot of the people said that using regular pliers to clamp it down scratched the hardware really bad. And my intention is to sell them. So I don't want to be selling hardware that is all damaged and scratched up. So there's that. And what I did is I then went and later I purchased the clamp pliers. And when you get them in there, you're going to put it in there and you're going to clamp them shut. And you can see that that fits right on there for the width. I hope you can see that. So I will be doing a video on making these as well. That I'm thinking the key fob or lanyards will be my next video. I have to kind of see. But these pliers have, it has a screw here so you can tighten it down, and it's only going to let the pliers close a certain amount. And I just have it set to all the way clamp. And when I purchased these, like I said, I did not buy the pliers. You can buy the key fob hardware with the pliers, and I would recommend, if you really want to make them, to buy it that way. I paid $8, under $9 for the pliers themselves. And they do sell the replaceable plastic. They have little rubber pieces, silicone rubber pieces that you can pop on these that prevents the scratching of your hardware. So I'll be doing that in the future because it will wear out over time. So there's that. Let's see, what else? I did get me some, this is just a pack of 2. I think I got these at Walmart. I had them in a haul that I was going to make a purse or a tote, and I wanted to have some snap closures to them, or when you make a purse and the flap folds over, just so it has a clasp of some kind. So I purchased these, and hopefully in the future I will make a bag that I will use those on. Okay, so I think that is all for now. I will be filming another video where we're actually doing something. What else have I done? I have purchased some more storage for all my threads and all my supplies. So it's all up here, up above, so it's really easy for me to get to. I've just purchased the plastic tabletop drawers. It's a little 3-piece drawer set, and now I have 6 of them. You will learn that if you start doing machine embroidery, you need a lot of thread. So I have my thread spools that are the really large ones. These are 5,000 yard spools. Then I have my small spools that these are just 500 yards. So I haven't even actually used any of these. I bought this whole set and I have not used any yet because I'm worried about running out of thread because they are so small. So there's these. I bought a set of 80 and they're still in the storage yet, so I need to break down and actually use them. I think what I'm going to actually use them for is maybe just doing really smaller projects. You can see my drawers open here, so I got those. And what I did is I actually purchased my drawer sets at Walmart, and I went just to get 2 of them. I knew I needed 1, but I ended up purchasing 2 of them. I ended up actually purchased 3 of them, excuse me, because they were on clearance for $8 and something each. $8.38 each or something like that. So those were down on clearance. So I bought 3 more of those. And it ended up great that because I did use the space. I have all my keychain hardware and my tools and some of the rolls of, small rolls of vinyl in those. I have my English paper piecing punch in there. I have my hair of bone folders in there. So everything is all in a place where everything can be organized for me. So I think that is it for now. If you have any questions, please, oh, actually I forgot one thing. Okay. So I'm sure a lot of you have seen these. This is a bias tape maker set. And let me show you what this looks like. So you open and you get 4 different bias tapes. And this one, I believe this one's the 1/4 inch. Let me see what all my sizes are here. Okay, so you have the green one, a yellow one, red one, and blue. For normal fabric, 13 millimeter, the yellow one's 24 millimeter. The red one is, so it's basically 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, 1 inch is what they end up being, I believe. So it tells you, yeah, so here it is right here. So green one, 1/4 inch, yellow one, 1/2 inch, red one, 3/4 inch, and the blue one, 1 inch. And I actually purchased this kit during the time of the virus. I don't know why I did that, but a lot of people don't like the word, so I just say the virus. So I purchased this to make face masks, and I actually made the face masks that have the cloth ties on them because I thought that was going to be durable. Later on, I was going to do the elastic where it just kind of looped over your ears, and I did make some of those for my husband and myself, and those worked out pretty good. But I ended up finding that when I was selling them, a lot of the people actually liked the ones that were cloth. So I had purchased this set way back then. So that's 2020. So I've had it for 3 years already. And what's good about this set is it has the foot that you clip onto your machine, and you turn this little, actually this will make this come off of this piece, and there's a little dial right here on it. You can see a little dial right here. And what that does is it adjusts the width. So when you'll put it between here, and that is your seam guide. So when you sew up your piece of bias tape, it gives you an accurate sewn seam line all the way down it. So there's that. And my intention is that when I do my lanyards, I'm going to use my 1 inch bias tape maker to make my 1 inch piece. And we're going to see how well that turns out. Like I said, I really want to make some of the thin lanyards, like the shoelace thin lanyard. And then I purchased some additional ones where it will be larger ones. And I think I'll be able to use this kit for that. It just helps with the pressing and things like that. If I do not use the actual bias tape clips, these little things, I don't know what else they're called, but these portions, if I don't use these, I think I'm definitely going to use the foot for getting accurate, nice sewn piece seams. So that way when I do sell them, they look really nice and accurately sewn. Okay, so I think that is it this time. And if you have any comments, if you have any suggestions, please comment down below. And I'm going to look up all these prices for the all of these. And I know in one of my previous videos I have all the prices for the keychain hardware on those. I may just be able to refer to those instead of just looking them all up again that way. I don't know if I'll be able to find the price of this. I know I purchased this on Walmart website because it was the cheaper price I could get it for. Some of these don't come with cases. It just comes in a loose little bag. But if I remember correctly, this was right around $17.99 plus shipping. So it actually got to me really quickly within like 2 or 3 days. So I think that's it. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. Give the video a thumbs up. That lets me know you all appreciate the video, that you like the video. And we will all see you soon in the next one. See you then. Bye-bye.